What's going on, YouTube? It's your host. 1 second. Didn't really do anything. The Bushy Beard. I'm back and I'm bushier than ever. And today we have round number 3 of your favorite game show on the internet, the Wheel of Reaction. I'm such a dork. Oh, right. Brice, love like crazy. Alrighty, let's go. Brice. I love his voice. He also sings like I Drive Your Truck, which is a fantastic song. Yeah, he's very talented. He's a great country singer. My main thing is listening to country, so yes, I've heard this song, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to enjoy it anyways. Also, I don't think I've seen the video for it. I haven't. I know I haven't. And so this should be fun. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the video.
They called them crazy when they started out.
Alright, we're not going to do the video because it's not very loud. And I'm getting tired of these like inconsistent sounding videos. So we are going to try to find the official audio. Here we go. Inconsistent like volume wise, because then my voice will be too loud and you're going to have to like find a balance or something, and I just don't. I try to make it as easy for you guys as possible. So here we go. Much better.
They called them crazy when they started out. Said 17's too young to know what love's about.
I think so. There's some truth in the line. When you're young, you think you're madly in love with this person, and sometimes you might be. There are some relationships out there that started when they were 17 and now they're 98. I don't know. That's just a guess. But most of the time, first loves are gonna fade away. It's just how life is.
Said 17's too young to know what love's about. They've been together 58 years now. That's crazy. He brought home $67 a week. Bought a little 2-bedroom house on me.
Just think. So it's 58 years ago. Makes, I think he said $68 a week. Like, that would buy nothing these days. You couldn't even buy food for a week with $68. That's insane to think of just how much, like, things have changed, like, price-wise and how much you make a week. It's crazy.
Maple Street, where she blessed him with 6 more mouths to feed. Now
that's a lot of kids.
He blessed him with 6 more mouths to feed. Now that's crazy. Just ask him how he did it. He'll say pull up a seat. It'll only take a minute to tell you everything. Be your best friend, tell the truth, and overuse I love you. Go to work, do your best, don't outsmart your common sense. Never let your praying knees get lazy. And love like crazy.
He held that for a long time. But yeah, there's things that advice is an interesting thing, right? So there are some good advice out there and there's some bad advice, but what you need to do is make sure it's tailored to you. So what worked for them might not work for the next couple. It all depends, right? So I think that's one thing I've learned over the years is that there's always going to be advice. So people are always going to have advice for you, but learning to figure out what advice is best for you to follow is a tricky thing, because sometimes people's advice is not good for you, and you got to know when to use it and when not to use it. So yeah, obviously for the song it works, but I think overall, I just wanted to give that little nugget of information to you. Also, why is the I the only lowercase letter in Brice? That's interesting. I wonder what he was thinking there. Like, that's the kind of things, like, small little details that there's a reason for it. I don't know why. Maybe it's a lowercase I because, like, he doesn't see himself in the big picture. I don't know. Interesting.
Send them home computers, boy, they'll never take off.
And so I think this is about Bill Gates. Again, I wouldn't recommend going and quitting your job. Just start your own company. I mean, look, again, my advice is that doesn't mean it doesn't mean it has to apply to your life, right? What you guys do with your life is what you do with your life. And a lot of times it can work out, right? So after I give that speech about advice, I try to give advice. Classic me.
Well, he sold his one-man shop to Microsoft, and they paid like crazy.
So it might not be Bill Gates. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't remember what came first, Microsoft or Bill Gates.
To Microsoft, and they paid like crazy. Just ask him how he made it. He'll tell you faith and sweat, and the heart of a faithful woman who never let him forget.
And see, that's truth, right? There are a lot of times behind a successful man, there's always a great woman. The same thing with Jeff Bezos, obviously with Bill Gates, if that's who he's talking about. But there's always somebody there to help and remind people why they're doing certain things. And it doesn't always have to be a significant other. It could be your parents. It could be a best friend. There's always going to be somebody that continues to push people or push somebody. And that's why they become great. A lot of times people forget that. And when they get big, they realize that, or they think they did it on their own. There's always going to be little people along the way that help out. Whether it's they buy you dinner one day when you don't have any money. You're never really doing something yourself. But I like the line.
Heart of a faithful woman who never let him forget. Be a best friend, tell the truth, and overuse I love you. Go to work, do your best, don't outsmart your common sense. Never let your praying knees get lazy.
And that's a good line too. Never let your praying knees get lazy, because if I'm religious, if you're religious, you understand. That's where I'm just going to leave it.
Never let your praying knees get lazy, and love like crazy.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys like me singing, but I like to sing sometimes.
Always treat your woman like a lady. Never get too old to call her baby. Never let your praying knees get lazy, and love like crazy. They called him crazy when they started it out. They've been together 58 years now. Ain't that crazy?
It's a great song. Such a good song. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B. It's a really good song. It's one that I can hear a couple of times and I will never get tired of it. He has a lot of really good hits and his voice is so good, so smooth, so powerful. Yeah, I'll give it a B. I have a couple more from Lee Brice that I want to hear, and even if y'all don't recommend more, I'm gonna put people or songs like "I Drive Your Truck" on there, "Hard to Love," which is a really good one as well, and things like that. So yeah. Anyways, until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it from the Bushy Beard.